Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mining Newsflash on Commodity TV featuring Mawson Gold, Aurania Resources, Caledonia Mining, Fury Gold Mines, Kuya Silver and Griffin Mining. Mawson Gold announced results from two new areas located outside and adjacent to the current resource areas. These results provide the thickest mineralized zone found to date at Rajapalot in the Hut and extend the high-grade mineralization at Yoki East. 15 diamond drill holes are reported as part of the company's 76-hole plus 19,400 meter long drill program from 2020-2021 in Finland. At Yoki East, a blind discovery made by Mawson in late 2020, high-grade mineralization was drilled at the shallowest levels to date at 1.5 meters and 18.1 grams gold plus almost 1,700 ppm cobalt, giving 19.6 grams gold equivalent per ton were showed. Mineralization at Yoki East now extends 225 meters at depths and 30 to 40 meters across strike, with mineralization open at both depths and elevation. The new discovery on the Hut property returned the thickest mineralized zone with over 70 meters at 0.9 grams gold and 828 ppm cobalt at only 95 meters depth. This is a super start to the drilling season for Mawson. 50 holes are still pending and we are excited. Aurania Resources reported initial grab samples from the Tiria-Shimpia silver-zinc zone, a target that extends for 15 kilometers in the central part of the company's Lost Cities Kutuku project in southeastern Ecuador. 7 mineralized layers have been identified, one of which is 50 meters thick. To date, the layers have been traced laterally through intermittent outcrops in dense jungle for 500 meters to 1,100 meters. More work will need to be done here, but the indications are very promising. The vein system has been traced for 15 kilometers and is rapidly becoming Aurania's first potential discovery. Additional soil sampling has expanded the area where silver and zinc have been found at Tiria-Shimpia by approximately 120%. Concurrent rock chip sampling has confirmed that the target contains high-grade mineralization. The next logical step is to demonstrate continuity of mineralization by collecting channel samples at outcrops where bedrock is exposed at surface on the jungle floor. The channel sampling provides a representative sample of grades across the widths of the observed mineralization. If Aurania finds more here, then this would be a first major discovery. Caledonia Mining has now fully commissioned the new central shaft. This should again have a significant positive impact on production and margins. In addition, the quarterly dividend is increased to 12 US cents. Great job, guys, and me and shareholders are really happy. Fury Gold Mines announced an update on its exploration plans at the high-grade Eau Claire project in Quebec. Fury has identified 2 targets on the western boundary of the resource that have the potential to significantly expand the deposit. These targets are located below an area referred to as the 850 zone and were developed through an improved understanding of the structural and lithological controls on mineralization within the deposit. The Fury technical team has been able to define individual rock packages and their relative position within the anticline, which is the main structural control on the Eau Claire deposit. The next focus of the current drill program is to test the potential western extension of the deposit located within the current project section. However, this has never been tested before. Kuya Silver is extending the strike length of the Bethania vein system with new surface sampling. The company reported results from a recent surface sampling program to explore the Bethania extension zone and the vicinity of the historic Española 2 adit. This batch of samples from the program included 97 rock chip samples from trenches to expose bedrock and outcrops along visible or suspected vein zones. Of the 97 samples reported, 76 were collected from veins and 21 samples were collected from altered or unmined host rock. These sampled vein zones are located approximately 600 to 1,000 meters from the main Bethania adit and 100 to 500 meters east of the easternmost underground workings. When mineralized, the sampled vein zones had high anomalous silver and lead grades and in some cases anomalous gold grades. In the easternmost zone, a newly identified vein was sampled at surface, referred to as the Santa Elena vein. Samples were collected at 10 meters intervals along the surface exposed vein system. 7 consecutive samples distributed over a length of 60 meters averaged 698 grams silver, 2.79 grams gold and over 3% lead per ton. A second zone is located at the intersection of a vein structure parallel to the Espanola 2 vein and an identified cementer vein. At the vein intersection, 4 consecutive samples were collected over a length of 30 meters. They averaged 258 grams silver and 2.84% lead. Kuya is marching towards production startup, and such results are obviously very positive. Griffin Mining announced production results for the 3 months ending 31st March 2021. Over 8,200 tons of zinc in concentrate, over 3,500 ounces of gold and over 63,600 ounces silver were produced. As in previous years, production in the first quarter of the year was impacted by the Chinese New Year holidays, when mining was suspended and processing was scaled back as personnel were furloughed during the vacation period to allow maintenance work to be carried out. Production in the first quarter of 2020 was impacted by the 1-month suspension of operations at the Caixin mine imposed by Chinese authorities in late January-February and subsequent travel restrictions to contain COVID-19. However, tons processed in the first quarter of 2021 were 12.1% higher than in the first quarter of 2019, which is a good quarter to compare with, and zinc metal produced in concentrate was 12.8% higher than in the first quarter of 2019. Griffin continues to massively expand their mine and aims to double production. Berenberg just published a buy recommendation with a target of 160 pence. We see the price even higher at around 200 pence over the next 12 to 18 months as zinc becomes an increasingly scarce commodity on world markets. Great news from our companies. My team and or myself are or may be shareholders in the companies presented, and they are or may become part of the SRC Mining Special Situation Certificate. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.